one of the biggest things for me was just feeling really safe, feeling like you can just be anything and it's okay. Like I haven't felt that a lot in my life, and that's been huge. To know that like everything is welcome, and the bonds that I've made with the people that are here, you know, it feels like family.
You're going through it alone in your mind, but physically you're not alone. And you know, we have the facilitators that held beautiful, beautiful space, which made you that comfortable and safe to let go. And I think that's something that you can't attain in a therapy room. It's just not attainable, unfortunately, and I'm sorry for saying that.
And the Kiyumi people are so good at guiding that, at the mix between the personal attention and what the community can do, what we can do as a group for each other.
And here we are, you know, people from different countries, and we're sharing that collectivistic pain.
And the facilitators are like next to you, and they're like really present, you know, and they're really holding it, and they're really making it okay for you to be that way. That's so healing.
I really feel I've done healing here. Yeah, and I go a lot more healed back home.
This is the most transformative journey I've ever done. Yeah, you always hear the people about psychedelic journeys, the most transformative experience, life-changing, and yeah, all the trips I've done up to now have been impactful, but this one has truly been yeah, mind-blowing and life-changing. Yeah.
When you're in the experience, you realise it's not really the things that have changed, but it's your perspective on it.
I was very nervous coming.
I was carrying this fearful tension around my heart, and in expressing what I needed or expressing how I really feel about things. And somehow that opened up. I feel much more trust and connected with that. And I have never experienced such a body experience.
It was so powerful for me because it returned me to my body, to the aligned experience of my body.
It's because it's something you understand in your head, and I've heard and I've read about a lot, and it resonates. But I started really to realize that I can really ask my body, and how important it is to first connect to myself before I start speaking. Because otherwise I speak from here, and it's very noisy. Lots of voices, lots of things going on. And here is where my truth is. So it's, and I get that connection a lot better now. So the mushroom journeys helped in that, but also all the exercise we did with voice and the breathing and the movement, the somatic touch really helped me connect much deeper with my body.
And then I realized that I don't know what happened. I used to love to dance, and I haven't. And I don't move in that way anymore, and that's also something that I take home with me, like, you know, you have to move more and find outlets to have that movement, and it brings so much joy, and it was, and also in community.
Yeah, I could never have done that by myself, you know. And then doing it not by myself, but in a, not just with the facilitators, but really in this community of people, and you see everyone has a completely different experience and is in a completely different process, but each one is like a facet of me also.
Loads of joy and playfulness came out, which was, I found quite hard to kind of allow myself to feel. So taking that away with me and remembering that there is like lightheartedness and playfulness in the world, and keeping that as a practice in my life.
Everything just sort of connects and flows into each other. Everything happens for a reason without it being like strictly planned. Like we start here, we do that.
So often in medicine circles, there's a real binary with gender, okay? It's like the divine feminine and the warrior masculine. And I feel like neither, and both. And it's felt kind of like there's a fluidity with it all, and a place for whatever kind of expression I bring into this, which I haven't experienced before in medicine circles.
Something like Kiyumi is a very approachable way of entering into the psychedelic world and having access, and it's accessible, and it's inclusive in many ways, and I think it can kind of bring together a lot of people and a lot of different ways of doing that can speak to many people.
We had all different ages, so different perspectives, different sizes, different everything, and that was also really nice to connect with.
I would really recommend Kiyumi to everybody. I mean, I've done quite a lot before. This wasn't my first experience, and I've been in beautifully led ceremonies, but this is really something quite different. It's very sensory. It's very magical and inspiring and tribal. It's without it becoming surreal. It's really very grounding, and I think the Kiyumi people are really good at creating that sense of community.
I recommend Screaming from the Mountaintops for people to go to. So much so my daughter's on her way soon.